Alright everybody, welcome to a evening stream for a change. Figured why not give it a go and announce a little bit of my own stuff. Adding some of my own made music. Not a whole special thing, really just something, just to show, well, to add a little extra spice to my streams. Yeah. We are currently at Orson in patch, PTU patch to be exact. Oh, okay. Hey there, guy. In a PTU patch, about to have a look at our ship. I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I don't know if I actually accidentally put my microphone on. Might as well do that, just for the sake of thing. I'll do this just to, like evening. Citizen. Might as well. Nice courtesy. And we're gonna try to maybe try to do a small cargo mission with this Zeus Mark II. The CL variant, and see how that goes. Might as well. But yeah, I hope volumes are good, that I am coming out okay. Yeah, that's the thing, you never know. I'm gonna just check. I don't want to necessarily. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not broadcasting accidentally, anyways.
Last call for passengers.
If people would be wondering who I was talking about or talking to. But anyways, yeah. So I don't know if you guys seen my morning stream, but right there I have had a little bit of a. Oh, come on, there we go. I'm just messing things up, I think. There we go. Volume-wise. We're gonna turn the chat off. Might as well. You wonder what's making the funny light. It's the Luminalia present from 2 years ago, I think. One of those flares that gives a little bit of a Christmas sensation to it. So yeah, we're gonna give it a try with the PTU Patch 3.24.3. Which is the one that's for the IE, the Intergalactic Expo, basically, 2954, which it is this year. Trying to cover it at least every second day once it's started, because it takes about 2 days for the floors to change, so that's why I'm not going to do the expo every single day. And I'm not going to be on point this time either, because it's usually pretty stressed on the service, especially with returning players. Especially now with the Polaris and the Misk Starlands are coming up on the floor as well. Both of them being flight ready on top of things. That's just going to add to the problems in terms of heavy traffic loads on the service. So I'm thinking to myself to make it easier for everybody is to probably wait an hour or two after the updated floors on the convention. And but I am definitely going to be streaming a lot more now over the IE coming up. So that's the plan, anyways. And we'll see when it comes to my music and all that stuff. But yeah, this one is more of a generic. Still though, I kind of like the melody, but it's not really a melody per se, but at least something. All right. So let's see. We're heading to our ship. We're obviously a bit more dressed up than most people here. I did do a little preparation this morning to see that things work, and I'm gonna see if I can get the ship up and running. We're gonna be using the Zeus Mark II CL, which is the cargo variant. Hopefully things works, because last time I couldn't really set it up the floor, on the floor. For some reason, it wouldn't just it would just say that it's sending it up to the floor, but it didn't really do anything. So hopefully it's gonna be fixed by now. Be nice to have a working ship. Oh well, we'll find out today, I suppose. Oh, look at that, the ship is actually here. Nice. So yeah, so I'm going to be covering the Polaris, obviously, whenever it does come out, whether it's going to be before the IE, that is in the PTU at some later state, and also the MISC Starlancer. I have them both ready to experience firsthand with you guys. Hopefully I get to do that, but we are about to see if the gods are going to be with us. Alright, so I should have my look at that, that's kind of bonkers, I'd say. How is my ATLS power suit here still? Oh well, it works. That's what matters, I suppose. So yeah, I mean, that's part of my music anyways in the background. It's not on repeat or anything like that. I promise I will do a bunch more actual melodies and tunes for my streams and for videos I pre-record and all that stuff. But if not, I'll always have the intro with music, sort of like a main theme. I don't know. We'll see whether I'm gonna keep that main theme or if I'm gonna do something more like in tune of like a Hans Zimmer-ish, John Williams-ish. Those are my two main major inspirations in terms of music. I do a lot more music, and of course I do sing a lot, and piano is my main instrument. So just thinking that I needed something, you know, like sometimes it's just not enough, and I just need more room for my creativity to express, you know, my music. I suppose, yeah. It's hard to describe, yeah. That's how I feel about it. Part why I decided to put it in my live streams. Obviously, you can find the music as well in. Hang on. You can find it as well in or on Spotify, YouTube. That's a separate thing, I think. A bunch of other major streaming platforms and digital stores and what have you. So you can definitely find my music. Everything that I use here is published somewhere, just to make sure that all the rights are in place and all that stuff. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a look and see what we can get in terms of missions. Might as well. And so yeah, I wouldn't expect any sort of missions right away anyways. Okay, so we're gonna go to Seraphim Station. Might as well do that and see where it takes us. I'm gonna try something that I did earlier this morning with the ES variant, the exploration variant, where you could sit in this co-pilot seat on the right-hand side, and actually as a co-pilot for the first time in terms of any other ship other than the Defender and the Prowler, I think it is. I think it's the Prowler, where you can. And actually, you can actually steer the ship in the Carrack as well on the top floor, on the top bridge, but it's just sort of not entirely. Oh yeah, it looks like I cannot actually do that. So I'm going to do that. We're heading up to Seraphim Station to get our cargo, I suppose. Let's just type in Seraphim. Oops. It's a good thing to spell things right? Like so. Never hurts. Do it right. Oh yeah, and also I am using Tobii Eye tracker, Tobii Eye 5 to be precise. I hope it's not going to be too jittery, me moving around with my head, but yeah. I'll try to do my best not to make you guys motion sick. Alright, let's take off. Try to fly the ship from this angle. Okay. Are we having... yeah, we're having issues. Invisible debris. Let us take off. Oh yeah, the new thing, which is good to practice on really, is the new flight, how you fly ships and certain features that are changed. Like when you scroll your mouse wheel before you would adjust the speed limiter. Now it doesn't do anything unless you hold and left and alt at the same time, and that's going to allow you to scroll, as you can see there on the right side. So you need to hold left and alt to be able to adjust your speed. Definitely digging this the Suez. One of my favorite go-to ships in terms of the smaller ones. Usually I'm more into the bigger ships. And we'll find out whether I did a good bet on the Polaris when it comes out. We're definitely going to have a go, not just going on guided tours. We're also going to have a sort of like a feel for what the ship can do for me and my friends in more of a everyday scenario as well. Whether we can do that during the IE is a different question, but at least we're going to try. Or at least I'm going to try anyway. See if we can get a pad or hangar. Okay, that would be... where did we get a pad? There it is. A bit off to fly. I mean, it's no different from a car where you sit on either side, but especially in this game where you're used to sit sort of centered for the most part, or fairly centered anyways. When you're here, you're pretty tucked in on the sides to be able to accommodate for 3 people in the cockpit. So it's a bit more offset, I'd say, because you're sitting further back as well. But it works. That's all that matters. Question is though whether you can tell who's doing what. If both can sit in their seats while the other one flies, which would be more useful, of course, because then you could at least take turn. Okay, we're not gonna do anything stupid here. I was boosting. That's not a good idea. All right, let's see if we can. Okay, don't shut the doors on me now. I remember correctly, we just faced the medical bay here, and we should have the perfect lineup for the cargo bay. I'm thinking maybe here, because that one is a bit more narrow. I'm gonna try it, see where we at. Engines off, ship secured. Good to say that out loud, especially when you have passengers. Kind of want to make sure that everyone is safe. And we should be good. I'm going to have a look in third person here and see, are we good? Or am I completely off? Oh, okay. I think I'm going to turn off the tracking. That just made me a bit more confused. Yeah, it couldn't be much better. Oh well, it could be a little bit more lined up, but it's close enough, wouldn't you say? So you could, of course, open all the doors from here, but that also opens up all the service hatches as well. It kind of looks a bit weird when you do that. I'm just going to step all the way back and open up as usual, you know, nothing fancy. I would assume that's a feature that comes up more when we get engineering into the game, where you can decide which panel or door specifically you want to open. But right now we're pretty much stuck with what we have. So, so first things first, I think I'm gonna use the ATLS. A lot of people refer this as the Atlas. or like a mech suit, but it's really not a mech suit. It's more of a powered exoskeleton. What I say it is. I think we could probably stand up here somewhere, right? Should be fine. Well, let's just call up our mission cargo and do the first initial one. But yeah, I was just, in terms of everything else, I was just thinking about testing things out volume-wise, streaming-wise, new UI, new logo for myself. As you can see, the Swedish flag is there, all that stuff. I mean, why not, really? Putting some color to things. And, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Nice. We should be good. We should have 120 SEUs slots in capacity in this this little baby. Obviously, when you're gonna pack it up to the roof, it's gonna get a little bit trickier because you have this little passage. You gotta get past it to be able to. But other than that, yeah, they definitely made it a little easier to handle the cargo, I'd say, and not just for the ATLS, but also for a lot of the other stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it there. Doesn't matter really. When it's these, when we're talking about a few buckets like these, but when we're forced to fill up the cargo, that's where the trick begins. There we go. So I did make another music piece that I call Moving Boxes. Actually, you can find it looking for Moving Boxes and in conjunction with Swede Raven on YouTube, I think. I don't think it's arrived on Spotify or any one of those platforms yet, but just needed to give you guys a heads up. You are about to find not just these videos, you're also going to find a lot of music that I put out there under this name, of course. And the reason why is that it's so that at least I have some rights. You know, you gotta be smart about your productions, I suppose. That's the idea behind it. That way no one else can say that they made the music. And it's a legacy as well, you know. Whether it's good or bad music, really, it's just something you leave behind. It's going to be around, hopefully, for hundreds of years after you're gone, you know, or after I'm gone, that is. So at least that's also something, you know, that's pretty remarkable in a way, to put a legacy behind you. Whatever it is, really, whether it's music or art or something you do to leave a legacy. But yeah, let's just bring this cargo back home to download Spaceport, which is the spaceport down at Orison. And don't worry about my health. I did a little jump off the port side airlock. A bit too high to just jump out of there, unless you do an EVA, of course, but pretty handy to have all these in and out points or ingress points or whatever you call them. Actually have three of them, the ladder by the front nose gear and the rear hatch and the airlock to the side or the port side. So you definitely have options to enter and exit the ship, which is pretty good. Alright, we are heading back to Orison, and this is going to be just a very short one, guys, because I need to do a little bit more preparations, a little bit more work. We're also waiting for more features, obviously. Right now, they just released the this PTU patch to be able to stress test it over the weekend, I suppose. And then maybe later down the line, we're going to see a lot more features in terms of maybe some of the ships and stuff around the expo coming up on November the 22nd. And that's going to take place at New Babbage at Microtech. So that's where it's going to be this year. Although I'm still going to have Origin as my home. It's always my home for a lot of convenience reasons, but
Thank you. And please visit again.
okay, so is that really? Oh, no, that's just something else. That's where I'm going. I'm just gonna fly like this. Yeah, it's definitely sort of like better to fly from this point because, okay, this is always jumping through the station. As always, it's a good thing we dematerialize as we do that, because otherwise it would be the shortest ride ever, especially with all the cargo. Although this is sort of like part of the stuff that I do like about hauling, is that the fact that at least you don't pay for the cargo as you would in normal terms, you know, like we always used to do back in the days with regular trading or trading for ourselves. There's always a risk, you know, whenever the game crashes on you or bugs happens or stuff you can't really control, or you do stupid stuff out of eager or greed for whatever reason, really. Yeah, I mean, sure, you can fail with these missions, but at least the only thing that happens is your reputation. It's going to be affected by it, but not crazy bad, I'd say. So, at least then it makes it much better. And when we do get Pyro, hopefully by the end of the year with 4.0, we'll see a much more stable gameplay, especially with the server mission coming up and everything with that, along with it, and a bunch of other new features that we are obviously going to be aware of by the end of the year, hopefully. I might as well call for ATC already.
Okay to launch.
And it's sort of like reversed, which is always interesting. I'm gonna turn bracking on. It's pretty handy when you can look down beneath you. Not a crazy lot of visibility on the sides, but up and down and a little bit to the upper side and lower side is fine. And beneath you is fine. But above you have this sort of like cover of I don't know, whatever it is really. Could have been a bit more. I don't know. Somehow you feel that a designer would have that in consideration, you know, in terms of visibility and making it easier to the pilot. VTOL is on. Might as well turn on the lights. And here we know that we can face the O2. I think we can face the O2, or somewhere in between here. Let's see if we can guess the ideal position to unload our cargo. Should be fine. There we go. And we can hear the door closing, which is perfect. See if we can utilize some of the services. Doesn't look like it, although we didn't really look much into it anyway, so we should be fine. We can just refuel it next time we take off. I'll need to go anyway. Alright, let's turn off this one. Engines are off, ship is secured. You can tell by the look of things here, instead of what we had before with the triangle of power, or the power triangle. Now we have these bars, so you just click where you need to have the bars in terms of power distribution. So, all right, let's get to it. Unload the cargo and get the mission done before something happens, whatever it might be, whether it's going to be bugs or overloading servers or whatever. It is Friday after all, first Friday after a patch release for the PTU, so worst possible scenario, I suppose. The elevator is up, which is great. Yeah, we do have a tractor beam on the ship that comes with it, tucked in sort of like above the rear hatch. But somehow it's like I have better control doing this manually, or at least, you know, this way. I don't know, it's just I kind of like using this thing anyway, so I don't see why I wouldn't use it if I have it, really. The good thing, at least now we can buy it in-game already, so we don't have to be left out of certain game loops, which was sort of like a drama starter, like last patch, when a lot of people felt like a good game loops were locked behind paywalls, and you really kind of need this thing. Sort of pretty necessary, especially with big boxes. I think it's anything beyond 16 SU. You kind of have to have either the big tractor beam or something like a ship tractor beam, or this one, to be able to handle the cargo. I think that's how it is. So it's sort of like wouldn't make sense to lock this thing out for players on just because you want to put it behind a paywall. So they did listen to the community, and with this patch, it is actually well, with the 3.24.2 patch, it is actually now purchasable within the game. So I'm just gonna park this thing outside, because you never know, right? Whether you're gonna be able to send the ship down and up again. So I don't want to be forced to be locked out of this one. Whatever ship I take on, I at least want to be able to use the ATLS. So there you go. We are pretty much done for this short live stream. But I just needed to come back and tell you guys that things are about to change a lot. I am going to be doing lots of work, not just for this channel, but also in terms of my music. So that at least, yeah, that's going to be part of it anyway. So yeah, let's just send down the boxes and come on. Are we having issues already? It looks like it. Ah, that's great. Beautiful. We're already having issues. And everything went so well. Oh, we're gonna keep trying it. Oh, I think we're gonna have a 30k actually. Or is the game gonna crash on us? It just, I think we're actually gonna have a 30k. Yep, look at that. We had a 30k. The good thing we did what we managed to do, at least. You know, we got the boxes at least back home and all that stuff. But yeah, well, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like and all that shenanigan, and so that you don't miss out on future content. And it's always nice to have support from you guys as well. It's very much appreciated. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Have a good evening.